know, one day I was talking to somebody and he was asking me when we could see. So I was like, you have to fill a form. And I just thought about that.
What, somebody who liked you?
Yeah. No. But I was just being silly. I mean, I was with the form, but then I thought about it and I wrote this is subject to amendments.
The reason for wanting to see me. You're so funny. I remember I told a friend of mine that, you know, if she wants to meet someone, she bring 2 passport pictures and $100,000.
Oh,
Now
wow.
I'll let her meet her perfect date. It's just too funny. So how's the dating scene like for you though? I mean, Charlie, right now I'm sure that the men, they're like you doing the form, putting together a form and saying name, age, educational background.
You have to send that form out so that's not just anybody.
Yeah.
You know. But
drop off time.
Yes,
really?
no. Yes.
After
Pick
the
up
date.
time, drop off time, what we're going to do during the date, what we're going to, I mean, if we're going to eat, what we're going to eat, you know.
Yeah, if you're going to have a one-night stand after.
You know, you even have to put your relationship status, actually, because, you know, these days, you never
referral letter
tell.
from 2 referees to prove behavior is of good.
Yes.
That's funny. That's funny.
I know, right? I know.
So how's the dating scene like though?
Well, it's well, I don't know. In Nigeria, it's funny because sometimes I find out that I don't have time for anybody, not even myself.
I mean,
like,
don't you find the men intimidated by you now than before?
Definitely.
More now than before.
Definitely.
I find that too.
Because I don't know what it is about men and the fact that they don't really like a woman. Not like, but they're not really comfortable with women that are self-made out there, like with careers such as mine.
Yeah.
I know. I just feel this.
I think the problem is, you know, Charlie, my wife is my wife. Yes, you know, she has to be at home. She doesn't have to be wanted by all these men.
Or
because you're seen as a sex
earn
symbol.
More money than I'm earning now.
It's not even about the money. I think it's
I
mostly their selfishness. Like, she's beautiful. I want to just keep her in mind.
Like I'm a product or like I'm a thing. You know?
Yeah. It's crazy.
I know.
Have you ever met a guy with a very, like, I know that we've dated here and there. Now, I have had situations where, I mean, I think that size doesn't really matter because women are very emotional. It's more of a mental thing.
Yeah.
So once I feel the guy and I like the guy, everything else is just secondary.
Adds up. Yeah.
But then I've had a few girlfriends telling me that, kidding me? Size has to be like the vital thing, you know, for every woman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel size really does matter.
Okay.
You know, I mean, because if something this tiny, I mean, like, and there's people like that, you know.
Yeah, but if you love the person, you can make it work.
I'm not sure, you know. I mean, if it's just gonna be like a casual thing, like you know, not for kids, then okay, then you know.
But even casual, I think it's like a waste of your time. It's like you're thinking, is it in yet? You know, because the guy's probably thinking, I remember one of these Ali G things that God, I love Ali G, bless his heart. I mean, I think one of these Ali G in the house series, and Ali G has this girlfriend, and you know, she calls him Ali Pali. Okay. And so Ali G decides to have sex with her in the back of the truck. Okay. So all we could see was the truck going up and down, like boom, 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 and he was like, romantic. So it means like he came, right? Yeah. And then sister girl was like, Ali, is it in yet?
Oh my goodness.
And he was like, yes, it was. Okay.
I don't know how any guy would redeem or be able to redeem themselves from that, you know.
I don't think that size matters, honestly, because I think that women as we are it's a mental thing. I mean, I am attracted to a guy for all the physical reasons, okay? Then once I get to know the guy, there's even more of the attraction because I'm thinking, wow, intellectually he's there, he stimulates me mentally. So half the job is done. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Everything has to add up, really. If you're lacking in one department, then make up in another department. I think then that would be like a whole subject that you can now say, okay, yes, I'll go with this. If the size is little and he has, you know, has good foreplay, or you know, or he
but
has
don't you find the African
money, or you know,
money, yes. But no, Charlie, I don't think money can even compensate for that. Because you get all the money, and then because the guy is not really packing down there, or the man is not really packing down there, you would probably take his money and everything else and go and look for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Because like I said earlier, I have this girlfriend, well, this little friend of mine, and she was complaining bitterly about her boyfriend's, you know, penis. She's saying, you know, it's very, very small, and she's very frustrated. So I said, maybe it's because you've had bigger ones in the past. So now you can't take this one because it can't be that bad. And she's like, you know, the thing is, he's very. Have you found? Do you realize that some very tall men?
Yeah, that have.
Yeah.
Well,
isn't it strange?
I find that hard to believe. But I know there are very tall men that have small feet. So I guess.
No, but I mean, I have seen a very tall man with very long fingers, but he's not packing down there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right? I find it so weird, because when you meet a guy, I mean, I do that sometimes, and I know a lot of women do that. You secretly look at his fingers and see how...
Yes, now you look at his shoe size,
Yeah,
try and, match it up with yours. If it's looking dodgy, you be like, you put your foot next to his own,
Yeah, what shoe size? Like, you're a size 8, that's the size I wear.
And then I ask, okay, is it 8 women or 8 men? Because, just to be sure,
No, but I find that so strange. And then you meet a very short guy.
And
who's like really well packing down, and you're thinking, I know. I think I've heard someone saying, "Oh, his height, he got it all there." He didn't get it in every other part of the body, but just all there. But it gets a bit frustrating, especially when the guys, the typical statistics for a woman. I know that I like tall, dark, handsome men. And then you take him home and
it's just like, nah, not what I was thinking.
You can just hear the sound of the crickets. You're thinking, should I get up and leave? Or... And then he said, baby, can I call you back? I said, no.
No, don't call me back.
Lose my number.
In fact, you know what? Don't call me unless I call you. Don't get in touch with me. If I get in touch with you, fine.
Yeah.
But you don't.
Don't call me unless I call you. That's a good one. Because usually it's the other way around. I said, baby, are you going to call me? The leads are like, are you going to call me?
Nah, I'll be like, you know what? Don't call me. If I don't call you, then if I call you, but just don't make an effort on your part.
Of course. Now, some guys will say that, having a tiny penis is relative, because what about the woman being a bit too wide down there?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's that bad, when you try to compare both of them, if a woman has a wide pussy or not. And like, I feel at the end of the day, something has to go in and come out. But it's whatever is going in that needs to fill up a space or not.
So the space has to be but it's not the guy's fault if your space is.
And then even if a woman is wide, there's ways that she can position herself that it will probably.
Tell me more. Tell me.
I mean, there's ways. Obviously contracts and contrast. So if there's a way that you can place your body that it would seem a bit firmer than if you leave it not hanging, but if you leave it in a different way. Exactly. So I think there's ways for women to make up for their
wideness. But there's no way the man can make up.
Unless he goes and does a surgery.
Yeah, they have penis enhancements. Exactly. But I hear that one, when you do it, I don't know how far it's true, but when you do it, a lot of the time, your erection is not as good. Like, it doesn't stay... Oh. I don't know. It doesn't stay.
Too bad.
But some people are just born like that. So it doesn't mean that they're never going to meet any woman.
I mean, but then again, there are also women that have like short lengths. Some women are longer than the other, than other women.
The whole, you mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So
I think that if you are into a guy, my sister, if the guy touches you right now, like this,
exactly, you feel
half the job is done.
There can be people that are really huge and they still don't know how to hit the spot too. So I guess I'm gonna bend towards you a bit and just say half and half. Size matters, but if you have size doesn't matter. Yeah. But if your size is not so huge or whatever the case, as long as you hit the spot and you know how to work me then I guess you.
Some guys might be very tiny, but they know what to do to just.
Exactly, to
get everything on fire down there.
Hit the spot.
Yeah, but then some guys are just so big and they just don't know how to use it. And you wake up, you get up and you feel so bruised, and it's just even not worth it.
Like, please go for Sex 101 or something.
Saieon. Cheers. Cheers to the men
who know how to use it.
Yes.
Know how to pack it. Know how to hit the spot.
And you know what? Thank you so much for joining us
today. Thank you
for
having me.
Yeah. And thank you for joining us today as well. Thank you for watching my very good. Make sure you go out and buy her single and support her charity as well. And if you have any story to share on size, whether good or bad, let me hear from you. Send your comments right underneath the screen as you're watching this right now. Till I see you next time. It's Joselyn Duma.